Hello everyone, welcome back to our 30-day gratitude challenge. Wow, can you believe that we are in the final stretch? This week we focused on reflecting on our experiences, our dreams, and our future aspirations. I want us to take a few minutes and look back on week 4 and celebrate our journey of gratitude. So day 22 said to describe or draw your dream home. What elements made a place feel like home to you? Was it the comfort of the place? Was it the location, or was it the people? For me, I love any place by the ocean. I'd love to live and buy a house close to the sea, close to the ocean. I just love the view. I'd want to wake up every morning and just look at the beautiful seaside. And then day 23 says, what's your favorite meal or food memory? Food, they say, brings joy. Remember, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. If some people actually agree with that. But was it a homemade dish or a meal shared with loved ones? For me, I like to cook homemade meals. I always like to cook from scratch. I'm not a very big fan of like store-bought meals. So food for me is memory. Anything that has to do with food actually brings a very wonderful memory for me. And day 24 says, write about a time you overcame a challenge. Now, every struggle comes with growth. For every challenge we actually overcome, it takes us a step higher in learning, in understanding our abilities and capabilities. So what did you learn from that experience? This is a personal question, a personal journey that you have to take and discover yourself, discover what you learned from that experience. Day 25 says, if you could invent something, what would it be? Now, creativity sparks gratitude. The ability to allow your mind to be creative. We are all creatives, irrespective of what people say. Some people say, oh, I'm not very creative. Oh, I'm not very artistic. Yes, but God actually made us creators, right? The Bible says that He made us in His own image, and He created everything that is in the world today. So as long as we are like Him, then we are creators. All we need to do is look inwardly and understand ourselves. We need to discover our talents. Every person has a talent, no matter how stupid it is. Some people, I'm sure when some of these comedians started out, people would have been saying, oh, you're wasting your time, what are you doing, this, you're supposed to be in school, or you're supposed to be studying engineering, and look at you here, you're standing on stage and making people laugh. But to be honest, people are actually making millions from making people laugh. Right? There are different kinds of talents. There are things that people have come to understand that they can do that I'm sure they never knew that it was in them to be able to achieve those things. So what would your invention solve or improve? Now, for you to be a creator, you need to solve a problem or you need to improve a particular situation. So it's not just to say, oh, I can create this, but think of it in a way that how is it going to better the lot of people around me? Day 26 says, write about a place you love to visit. Is it a favorite vacation spot or just a peaceful place in nature? And what does it hold? Why does it hold meaning for you? So where is that place that you'd love to visit? If you were woken up in the morning and says, oh, where would you want to go to? What would be the first place that will come to your mind? Is it like a favorite vacation area? Do you just want to go on vacation? Do you want to enjoy the scenery, or is it like a beautiful place in nature? There's so many places that are as beautiful that we don't know about. Even in the remotest countries, like in Nigeria, people only see certain parts of Nigeria, but there are so many other areas of the country that are very beautiful. The same applies to here in the UK where we are. So why would that place hold meaning to you? What would you want to enjoy there? Is it just the calm, the serenity, or is it the hustle and the bustle and the noise that comes with that area? And day 27 says, what's one thing you've learned recently? So every day actually brings a lesson, no matter how big, no matter how small. But try to ensure that in the 24 hours that we have in a day, you actually learn something that makes you better. Don't just live your life thinking, oh, don't worry, we'll live as the day goes by, because you can never bring back yesterday. Yesterday is gone and it's gone forever. So make sure that as long as you are alive to see a particular day, ensure that you actually utilize your time on earth. You utilize your time in that day. Those 24 hours are very precious. People will say, oh, but I don't have time, I'm too busy. Yes, but Bill Gates also has the same 24 hours as we do. Elon Musk has the same 24 hours as we do. Mark Zuckerberg has the same 24 hours as we do. But how come they are able to make it so big, and yet we are struggling, saying that we don't have enough time? So we need to ensure that we learn a new lesson every day. What new knowledge are you grateful for? You need to be able to appreciate, no matter the smallest things. Learn to appreciate them. And then day 28 says, write a letter to your future self. Now, I did this in December. I wrote a letter to my future self, and I'm not going to open that letter until in the next 10 years. What wisdom or encouragement would you share with yourself? What would you expect of yourself in the next 10 years? My daughter said the same thing to me yesterday. She said, oh, mommy, in school we were asked to write a letter to ourselves, and we're not going to open it until when they're in year 11. She's in year 8 now. And she was like, oh, I don't think I want to read it, because you're writing in the now and also in the future. So you are more or less you should be able to encourage yourself. Give your set personal targets to yourself and say, I know that by this time you would have done this and you would have done that. And then that sets you up for success. That sets you up to be able to ensure that by the time you're reading that letter in the future, you have actually achieved that thing that you told yourself that you were going to achieve. Now, this is nobody writing to you. This is you writing that letter to yourself. And then day 29 says, what does happiness mean to you? Is happiness found in success, in relationships, or in simple everyday joys? For some people, they find happiness in their careers. Some people find happiness in their relationships. Some people find happiness in their children. Some people find happiness in their wealth. Just looking at how much they have and how far they've gone, what they've achieved in life makes them feel happy and fulfilled. So what does happiness mean to you? How would you express your happiness? What would it be? What would be that one thing that you would say, oh, I am happy? And then day 30 says, reflect on the challenge. How do you feel now? What changes have you noticed in your mindset and perspective over the last 30 days? Now, today is the day 30 of the challenge. Today is the day when you sit back and you can actually go back on the prompts from day 1 and kind of re-ask yourself certain questions, like re-answer those questions with a better perspective, from a better point of view, with a better perspective. Now you know better. Now you are 30 days wiser than where you were. You've been able to learn to appreciate the things that on a normal you'd have said, oh, these things really don't matter. But now you've been able to look at them from a different perspective. So, and then day 31 says, how would you continue practicing gratitude beyond this challenge? It's not just to say, oh, we did a 30-day gratitude challenge, but it's something that should be a part of you right now. They say when you do something every day for 21 days, then it kind of becomes a habit. Sometimes it might be more difficult. It might take longer than 30 days, 21 days, but how can you make gratitude a daily habit in your life? Will you keep a gratitude journal? Will you learn to express appreciation to loved ones, or take mindful moments to reflect on the positives of each day? Let's hear it in the comment section, okay? Share your thoughts. Let's know exactly how what you intend to do after 30 days. It mustn't be at the beginning of the month. It mustn't be it could be any time, really. You can actually print out the prompts and put it in a place where you look at it every day and say, what exactly am I grateful for today? Whoa, what an interesting and incredible journey. So over the last 30 days, we've explored gratitude in ways that uplift our hearts and minds. Tell me, how has this challenge changed your perspective? What has been your biggest takeaway? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's keep this gratitude practice beyond the challenge. Thank you everyone for being part of this journey, for everyone who has liked, who has shared, who has participated in this, who will participate in this, who will eventually come to see this content and watch this video. Thank you everyone for being a part of my story, or a part of my journey. I hope and I pray and I wish that as we've learned this gratitude journey, as we've come on this journey together, may we always learn to be appreciative of those very little things. May we learn to appreciate the people around us. May we learn to see the good in everybody, no matter how difficult it may seem, no matter how bad you think that person is, but may we learn to see the good in everyone. Thank you everyone for coming on this journey with me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and spread the gratitude. Take care everyone. Bye.